For the best Arabic online courses, visit www.meso.com.
There's not another single soul that can come close. He's happy they're together, but he wants to be in Jannah most. A paradise so exquisite, feel it so near. And if he leaves before her, he'll be waiting till her soul's there.
You want to say?
Hold on, are we recording?
Yeah.
Okay, Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala ashraf al-anbiya wal mursaleen, Nabiyyina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Today is day 13. Day 13, 14, right? 14. No. Oh, day 14. Okay, so day 14. Feeling good like I should. Outside, getting ready to do some skipping. I'm going to show you how skipping's done. I know last time you guys saw me, I was all folded up on the bed, feeling weak. But today, you get me, feeling strong. And I'm going to show you how to skip like a professional. You get me? AJ ain't got nothing on me. Nah, serious. Today is going to be my second cycle of chemo. So I've been up early, got ready, sorted myself out, and just want to get my body feeling good, nice and strong. Then I'll eat my breakfast, then we'll start the chemo, inshallah ta'ala. But yeah, feeling positive, man. And we're going to check in later on because there's a few things I would like to speak about pertaining to how the last week went. So after the last cycle of chemo, up until today. Peace. Bit of pain, but no pain, no gain. No pain. Count for me.
Oh.
6, 7, 8, 10, 11. You're not counting.
I'm really impressed you're doing this in slippers.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, go.
Whenever you've seen somebody, babes, on chemo, skipping. High knees. Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it! Oh, slippers, look! My slippers are coming off!
Yeah, let me just do your slippers now.
Huh?
Go.
Honey.
Impressive.
Bad boy! You hit me? Blood's pumping now. How many did you do without stopping?
Oh, 100, yeah.
But you was probably skipping like this.
No, I wasn't.
You know them old school playground skips?
I wasn't. It was like...
Baby, it's chapping.
I know, but
I can't feel my lips.
you're gonna warm up.
Can you see that? In the camera?
No, put the background.
It's 30. Oh!
Hey, careful! You don't have I have trainers on. You don't.
I was doing good there.
No, you did. Well done.
I was in a little motion. I've done probably about 60 skips.
Yeah.
I'll do 100 and I stop.
Okay.
You need a drink? Whoa, babe, high knees, man. Woo! Oh, gosh. Oh. I'm on things, man. I'm on things.
No, I'm proud of you. Go on, keep going.
Let's go. You know what? It's my slippers, If I brought my trainers, I'll go clear because they're coming off.
I know. Blame the slippers.
Huh?
Blame the slippers.
What are you gonna blame? What's your excuse? Aye. No, you know why? Because it's cold. It's cold and it hit your hand.
Yeah.
Oh man. But I think I need one of them ropes slippers. Ropes. You know the ones that are rope?
Yeah. But they don't.
It's hard. No.
Sorry.
Yeah, it hurts. Last one and I'm done. Alright, one more.
You're the technique there.
Come on. Born to do it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuhu.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Guten Morgen from Almania, from Germany. I think the last time you guys saw me, or the majority of you, you would have seen me in a relatively bad state because it was like, what, 6 days ago?
Yeah.
And I not a few hours had passed since they administered the chemo. I just had the hypothermia and I looked like I was in a really rough state, but I do want to put it out there, I was in absolutely no pain as such. I just felt extremely nauseous. And inshallah ta'ala, in this vlog, I'm going to be explaining how the last 6 days have been for me from my point of view. And also you can chime in, sorry about that. You can chime in from your point of view. But before we get this vlog started, on the 7th of December 2020, I reached out to Abu Bakr from Sport Charity, Sport Academy Charity, and I don't know, I can't explain what happened or why I was feeling what I was feeling at that particular moment, but I just had a very, very strong urge to contact him to find out how can I get involved in, building a school.
It's something you've wanted to do for a while, though.
It's something that, there we go. Not only is it something that I've wanted to do for a while, it's something that we've actually tried to do with LMA, if you think about it, in a very, very small scale.
Sorry, building what?
Yeah, we do apologize, guys. Unfortunately, they've been doing the building works like 8 o'clock in the morning, which has been quite challenging. And that's been one of the things I found quite difficult being here, among all of the good stuff. But in any case, I reached out to him on the 7th of December 2020, and I literally poured my heart out and said, Akhi, listen, I want to get involved in a project that's going to help children learn the Kitab of Allah, meaning the Book of Allah, the Quran. I want to be involved in something that's going to enable children to memorize the Allah's words such that it can have a positive influence in their life. And no sooner than later, mashallah tabarakallah, he got back to me and said, look, I'm building a school, why don't you build a school too? And it just made total sense. And like Sam said a little while ago, it's something that we've wanted to do, not just myself. We've always wanted to do something in charity. How many times have I said to you, let's build something abroad whereby people get free food?
Yeah.
Or I've always wanted to do something in the UK whereby, for example, single mothers who are finding it difficult to find housing, they have a safe place, or people are in domestic relationships, they have a safe place to live. And all of these intentions are all great, but they have to start somewhere. So I reached out to Abu Bakr and he said, yeah bro, listen, we can do that, no problem. You're going to need about X amount to do it. But if you really want to do it like to a high scale, like it's going to be UK standards, you're going to need about 35 to 40k. And I said, look, whatever you're doing, I want to do. Or whatever you're doing, we want to do. So what we're appealing, or what we're trying to say in this introduction to this vlog is that we, Maysore Academy, Little Maysore Academy, in conjunction with Sport Academy, we are going to aim to build a Quran and Arabic school that will also be teaching children or orphans, poor children in the Gambia, English.
That's just like a
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna build a Quran Arabic school that will also be teaching the English language, and we're hoping by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's permission to get this up and running, or at least get the money raised by the end of the blessed month of Ramadan. Now you guys have showed Sam and myself and my whole family tremendous love over the last 2 years, more love than I could even ever ask for. And I'm, reaching out to you guys to ask you to continue to share that love, but not just for us, for these children in the Gambia. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to do something like this. And we all know the importance of sadaqatun jariyah, a continuous charity. And to be honest with you, I don't think I necessarily need to sit here and quote ayat from the Kitab of Allah, the Quran, or quote a hadith from the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, statements of the Prophet, peace be upon him, to encourage you guys to donate. We all have already heard those ayat every single Ramadan or every single fundraiser we go to, right?
No.
We know these ayat, we know these ahadith. I'm just going to simply keep it short and sweet and say, please dig deep for the sake of Allah, because it's the right thing to do. If you're in a position to help those that are less fortunate, it's the right thing to do. And I would be honored, truly honored, grateful if you could join us in this journey to start this, you know, inshallah ta'ala, what could potentially be a life-changing opportunity for many children in the Gambia. And to kickstart this project, so we can put our money where our mouths are, we're trying to raise 35 to 40k, actually 40k. That's what the GoFundMe page says. We're going to raise 40k. How much are we going to donate from our own money? Nothing to do with the money that we've received from charity. The money that we've earned ourselves from either our work or our own personal savings. We're going to donate a total of how much?
£5,000.
That's 5,000 UK pounds, guys. 5,000 UK pounds. By the time this vlog goes up, inshallah ta'ala, we're going to put the link in the description below. And we're going to start off by donating the initial 5,000. Who's able to match us? If you're not able to match us, who's able to do half of that? If you're not able to do half of that, who's able to donate £100, £50, £10, £5? It's not about how much you donate. It's all about the sincerity of the intention behind the donation. بإذن ربنا عز وجل. And just to give you a bit more information about the project, it's going to cater for about 30 to 40 children, orphan, poor kids in the Gambia. And in inshallah ta'ala, the schedules or the curriculum is going to be about 2 to 3 years. We're going to try and get the children to memorize the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, learn Arabic, and also learn the English language. How beautiful is that? I mean, how do you feel about that?
No, I feel so privileged that we're even at a place that we can have this platform to even raise this amount of money for the children, to provide them with like a lifelong skill. I don't know, what would you say?
English is a skill. Learning, reciting, memorizing the Quran is definitely a skill.
Yeah, and like thinking of the ajr that we're going to get, and you're going to get as well, for providing the service to the children, is just so immense. It's just, I can't wait to go visit them and see it. And yeah, I just pray that it reaches a lot of children, inshallah. That's
another thing. I'll be working closely with Abu Bakr from Sport Project, and he has said to me that in addition to having this Quran and Arabic school, there's going to be a borehole. Now this borehole, inshallah ta'ala, will provide water, inshallah ta'ala, for the students inside the school, and also for people inside in the community. So there'll be a borehole inside the school, a tap outside, so people in the community can get water absolutely free. How beautiful is that?
Yeah, maybe you guys can help us come up with a name of what we're going to call the school. Maysor Academy.
It's either going to be Maysor Academy or Little Maysor Academy, or something like that. But yeah, definitely chime in the comments thread below what you think that we should call it. And Abu Bakr also said, and I need to find out a little bit more information about this, but inshallah ta'ala, hopefully you guys, once it's built, can arrange a time to come over and visit. And that'll be amazing.
Sponsor a child as well.
And sponsor a child. And like I said, guys, I suppose deep down we all do things because we want something in return, right? We want Jannah. We do good because we want Jannah. We do these sadaqatun jariyah. We do these continuous charities because we want to benefit in the qabr, in the grave.
No.
You with me? No. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. As long as the reward that you're seeking is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you're in a position to do this, do it because it's the right thing to do. If you're in a position to help out, do it because it's the right thing to do. Seeking the reward from none other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I'll be honored if you guys can join us in this journey. And I know that we're going to make this, but I know bi'idhnillah ta'ala we're going to reach this limit that we want. And I can just envisage it now, this project being a huge success and such a beneficial initiative to so many people around the world. Because look, we're alive now, 2021. Yeah. Imagine inshallah ta'ala this continues for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
You know, or past our what can I say? Well after we've passed away, just to reiterate, guys, that £40,000 is going to be spent on building the school, and inshallah ta'ala the annual running costs are going to be around 5 to 10k, but again, that's going to be achieved by the sponsorship program that inshallah ta'ala we're going to open up for the 30 to 40 kids that will be attending this school,
and other fundraisers as well throughout the year to help build the best service for them, inshallah. Absolutely.
On another positive note, the LMA Academy that Sam and I started back in 2019, I think it was like September 2019. You know, we've grown from strength to strength. We started in a community center in our local area, probably teaching 40 to 50 max children. We then moved to a purpose-built school. It's a state school, mashallah, like a proper school that teaches, normal from reception, I believe.
Nursery.
From nursery. Is it nursery or reception?
Nursery's first.
No, in Kings Avenue.
Yeah, nursery.
Okay, nursery all the way up to year 6. We moved to that location, and then in a short space of time, we went from 40 to 50 children to nearly 120 children. COVID presented some challenges. We had to stop and move our operations online twice now, but alhamdulillah, from the 24th of April of this year, we plan to reopen our gates to people in our vicinity, or you don't even have to be in our vicinity. As long as you're able to get to the academy, then you're more than welcome. So if you're interested in applying, your child's between the ages of 5 to 14 years old, click on the link below in the description box, and we would love to have your application, and inshallah ta'ala see how we can cater for you and your child and their development learning Quran, Arabic and Islamic studies. And if you're an existing student at the LMA, you're going to find the existing student link down below as well. We would love to have you rejoin, and we can continue where we left off before COVID just came and presented its challenges.
And inshallah, since this is summer term, we're going to be starting multi sports again.
Yeah, excellent.
Which is a service that we provide to our kids and external kids as well to join us.
Yeah.
For an hour after the academy's finished,
That's
after
correct.
we finish Quran and Arabic.
Yeah.
Where we do lots of different sports and just have lots of fun with the kids.
Yeah.
Just to build that community, build that relationship with them, and just get them moving.
Absolutely.
So to make it more beneficial and to just create more benefit for the community, we thought, why not provide something for the mothers as well?
Awesome.
So instead of the mothers having to find the Quran place or Tajweed place to learn, we thought, why don't we provide it while the kids are in multi-sports.
Excellent.
So that kind of provides you like a service to look after your kids while you're hopefully learning and benefiting from our Quran teachers that we have.
Excellent. And the Quran sessions that Sam was just speaking about, they are for beginners. The price of this is a 10-week course. The price is going to be £100, but included in that 10-week course, you're also going to get free access to my Arabic 101 for Complete Beginners course, which retails for about $130 anyway. So you get your money back either way. Whether you want to do the online, whether you want to see it as if you're paying £100 for the online course, and then you're getting this 10-week live in-person Tajweed course for free, or you can say I'm paying £100 for the Tajweed course and I'm getting this free Arabic course. Either way, it's great value, and it's not about the money. It's about providing a service for people in our community who we care about. And going back to the multi-sports, yep, we're definitely team building, but we're also working on children's fitness, and their health and their agility as well. It's multifaceted. So if you are interested in the multi-sports but you don't attend the LMA Academy, you're absolutely welcome. If your child attends LMA Academy and you're interested in the multi-sports, you're absolutely welcome. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me personally or to reach out to Sam personally, and we would love to hear from you and answer any of your questions and queries or observations بإذن ربنا عز وجل. Yeah, that's good. Last but not least, this is the last announcement I'm going to make with regards to LMA. Because we are reopening, and mashallah tabarakallah, we've received so many applications for the new term for new students. We have to look at the possibility of expanding, which means we are currently hiring new teachers, i.e. lead teachers, and also TAs.
Yes, so if you're interested, if you have any qualifications or experience in teaching, or want to get involved in any way, or want some experience, please get in touch with us. We're looking to expand, we're looking to look forward to having you in a part of our team.
Yeah, just send your CVs to Chris, CHRIS, at littlemesor.com. All right, Chris at littlemesor.com. Send your CVs to me. I'll get one of our HR representatives to contact you for an interview, and inshallah ta'ala, if you're accepted, you'll be contacted. And if you're interested in the Quran Tajweed course, you can also send an email to Chris at littlemesor.com. I'll put the email down below in the description box, and just maybe title the subject regarding, or Quran Tajweed classes. I know I said this is the last announcement. I know I said it was the last announcement, but one more. As the summertime is just literally just months away, we are already planning what we're going to do for our, what did we call it? Summer camp. Last year it was amazing. We had four separate excursions that we did over the summer holidays, and we just had so much fun, and we can not wait. Bi-idhni Rabbina Azza wa Jalla, Allah willing, and if COVID isn't going to present its challenges again, then we are looking to do picnics, we're looking to do a sports day, we're looking to go on fun excursions. Last year we went Go Ape, and we went to the zoo. Who knows, maybe we can go Chessington if it's feasible. Maybe we can do the Go Ape again. Maybe we can do another maybe we can do a barbecue. Fran, we need you. Fran and big vibes, flavors, flavors and big vibes. We need you to represent, you get me? Inshallah ta'ala, maybe you guys can cater for the community. I think that would be amazing. Yeah,
we do want to also end the summer term with like a we usually do it just for the kids, but we would like to include families as well, to have like a little summer party at the end of LMA. So
that'd be amazing, guys.
It's all about building the community, and
that's it.
Yeah, just expanding on that, inshallah.
That's it, man. So in a nutshell, just to conclude, down below you're going to see the a link to donate to the to our Mesor or Little Mesor Academy that we're going to build in the Gambia. That's going to be built and managed by the Spot project. We're also resuming the LMA Academy, which is going to start on the 24th of April. Children aged between 5 to 14. Unfortunately, if your child is under the age of 5 before we actually start the term, we'll be unable to accept for legal reasons. But you can still apply, because we can still put the child on the waiting list. And if we ever open up a nursery, then we can obviously offer you a position. We're also hiring, if you're a qualified, enthusiastic teacher that you can add some value to the Little Mesor team, send your CV. And also, if you would like to start learning Tajweed for beginners on a 10-week course and get free access to the free Arabic 101 course, then again, reach out. We would love to hear from you today, inshallah tabaraka wa ta'ala. In any case, guys, on a much sadder note, last week we had the unfortunate news that a Muslim sister by the name of Suad, who actually was staying in the room which is next door to Sam and I's room, she unfortunately passed away whilst being at the Hoofaland clinic. There will be a link in the description box below to donate for a water well. I believe they're going to be building. All right, that's going to a water plant that's going to be built in Pakistan. They are raising it's a Just Giving page. They're going to be raising, or they're trying to raise, a total of £12,800 on her behalf to build this water plant in Pakistan. Now, I got the message from somebody on Instagram, and I had to double check with the sister next door to find out, is it legit? She confirmed to me that it's legit, and based upon that, or she confirmed to Sam actually, based upon that, I feel comfortable, mentioning it on a public platform. And we would also implore all of you guys to dig deep and donate. And even if you can't donate for whatever reason, share. share it among people that can donate. And it doesn't make you a hypocrite that you're sharing a link that you haven't actually donated to yourself, because at the end of the day, ikhwani wa akhwati fillah, all actions are but by the intentions behind those actions. So you may not have the financial means to donate, but you may get the reward for sending it if somebody else donates via that link that you've sent out. And it's all about coming together as a community. Even though the sister next door and her mother, they were actually from Birmingham, they're not from our they're not from our community, but they're Muslims and they're people that need our help, and we're in a position to help. So this is our way of giving back. Why this? I mean, people pass away on a daily basis, but why this particular passing really touched me was because, unbeknown to me, the sister, the daughter of the mother who passed, she actually signed up to Meso Arabic maybe 2 years ago. And so many people sign up to Meso Arabic to study online via my pre-recorded courses, and I don't necessarily know who they are, and there's not really much contact with them apart from those people that have joined the mentoring program. And then, maybe like a week or so before coming to the Hufalan clinic, I was contacted by the sister. She introduced herself and told me that I signed up about 2 years ago and whatnot. She actually signed up to the mentoring the recent package that we done, the Quranic Arabic bundle. And then she told me that her mum has recently been diagnosed with cancer in 2019, and she's found out about this clinic in Germany. So I was like, subhanallah, I'm also going to a clinic in Germany. Cut a long story short, it ended up being exactly the same clinic that we were going to.
We arrived on the same day.
We arrived, or did she arrive the day after?
No, well, we were meant to get her on Tuesday, but our flight, obviously, we didn't get
so
on,
it was Wednesday we both arrived. So imagine that. So she signed up to LMA, she signed up to Meso Arabic. Her mum was diagnosed with cancer a year after me. She was diagnosed with the same type of cancer that I was diagnosed with. We ended up coming to the same clinic. We had the pleasure and the honor in having a brief conversation with her mum through a what's that thing called, a partition, on the balcony. And we literally had,
this is our second balcony. So
this is another balcony that we're on now. And we literally had the intention, once we were allowed to leave our dorms, which is going to be from tomorrow. From tomorrow, we're allowed to leave the room and start to explore this small town. We were just going to look out for the mother, of this sister in question, because she was potentially going to go back to the UK. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was in the hypothermia room getting my hypothermia done. Sam came in and she just broke the news, and it was like, literally, I can't remember the last time my stomach has dropped, because it was so sudden. I mean, we knew that she was deteriorating and it was painful to hear, but it just reaffirms how fragile life truly is. And for me as well, because I'm battling with this disease and I don't necessarily feel ill, it just reaffirmed that, wow, this is a serious challenge that I'm facing, and that all people with cancer are facing, and how precious life is. And it can be snatched away at any given moment. And another benefit that I took away from this whole experience, i.e. learning about the passing of Sister Suad, rahmatullahi alayha, rahmatun wasi'ah, is how strong her daughter was. Of course she cried, and of course she's sad, and of course she was sad, but the strength that she has shown since the passing of her mother, Allah yarhamuha, has been nothing short of inspirational for myself, I'm sure for yourself as well. And it's a lesson for all of us. We're all here for a time, and we've got the opportunity. We're all here for a time, and we've got an opportunity to make the most of our lives and try to be the best possible versions of ourselves that we can be. Love with a passion, live with meaning, and just do good. So I would earnestly implore all of you, if you can, to donate, to make dua, which is the most important thing. Make dua for Sister Suad, and make dua for I'm not too sure if the sister would like me to say her name, so I'm just going to say Suad's daughter, who will be returning back to the UK. She's got 2 daughters actually. Make dua for them that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives them al-thabat, gives them the strength, gives them the firmness and the steadfastness to keep on being steadfast Muslims and to continue doing good for their own selves and on behalf of their mother. بإذن ربنا عز وجل. And yeah, very sad to say the least, but inshallah ta'ala we can help her. It's not the end. You okay? You sure? Yeah? You want me to put you back in camera? No, you're good. Now guys, moving on, and we're going to wrap it up. I don't want this vlog to be too long. Our lockdown ends tomorrow, and every week they give us a schedule. So from tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala, we're going to start, or from next vlog that you see, you're going to see us walking around Germany. Well, I'm not going to walk around Germany, we're going to walk around this town. I've got some, I've got reflexology. No, I've got some new massages that they're going to be doing in the clinic on behalf of the therapies that they provide, which I'm really looking forward to. You know, apparently massaging parts of your foot can activate different or stimulate different organs of your body. Really looking forward to that. I'm going to be doing some clay making. I don't know about by the way guys, really sorry about these works that are happening here. Hope you guys can still hear me. I'm going to be doing some clay making. I've always wanted to make a pot of clay, so inshallah ta'ala I'm going to be bringing my camera down. I'm going to try and sneak salmon, although the therapy is supposed to only be for me, but inshallah, where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. As you saw at the beginning of this video as well, I've started skipping every morning. That means Sam try, keyword here, try to work out. Sam's been way better than I have been, but we've been doing skipping, we've been doing boxing, sparring on the pads, and we've just been exercising, just trying to get our minds in the right space. And how important is it for you to do that?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, it really helps working out first thing in the, always first thing in the morning, but like midday, just gets the blood pumping.
Why is it important to you?
It just makes me feel, it just distresses me. It just helps. It just helps distress me, to be honest, and gets my blood pumping and makes me feel a bit better for some reason. I don't know why. Not that I'm an angry or aggressive person, but it just it just helps. It helps punching something sometimes.
Or someone. You know what I'm saying?
But he can't do it all the time because of his hand. But yeah, but when he can, it feels good, girls. You should just get into boxing, honestly. It feels good.
I'm thinking of something funny to say, but I'm gonna leave it there, man. All right, so moving on swiftly. How I've been coping since the last round of chemo. For about 48 hours or so after my first cycle, I was ultra nauseous. Couldn't eat. I didn't even like the smell of food. They cook a lot of vegan based recipes here, a lot of vegetables and stuff like that, which I like, but I like when my wife seasons it up with a bit of jerk seasoning. Or Fran, we need you, man. Fran, we need you over here. Seriously, we need you, Fran.
Visualize Fran's food the other day.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about the food visualizations, man. That really helped. But yeah, at 48 hours, I couldn't really eat, man. I could only drink orange juice and water.
It was a bit more than 48 hours.
No, it was about a day and a half, actually. It was about a day and a half, because I started to nibble. On Friday, they give you fish, right? So they cook salmon on the Friday, and I had the chemo on the Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So I had a bit of salmon, and it was like, ooh, I had like a quarter. And that's really strange for me, but it was good in comparison to the fact that I hadn't eaten so long. I had a bit of pasta. And then I got to realize that it wasn't the fact that I'm just like ultra nauseous and I just don't want to eat. It's just that I'm just not feeling the food anymore. It was really challenging, and it made me really sad that I just want to eat. I just want to enjoy some food. Do you know what I'm saying? So we reached out to them and said, look, I just need some chicken. I just really want some chicken. And this was like...
They only give you fish or chicken once a week.
No chicken. They give you fish or vegetables, and that fish is once a week. You know, and I just remember, was it the Sunday we asked for chicken and we got chicken the same day?
Yeah, it was
We're nearly finished.
it was the night before you asked.
Okay, it was like the Saturday I asked for chicken.
So the nurse asked the chef in the morning.
Yeah, that's it. The Saturday night I asked for chicken. The next day they made me they cooked the chicken, and I was so happy, guys. I can't even
That's
express.
That's the nurse, by the way.
I know. They want to give me my second cycle of chemo, but let's.
Like 2 hours ago.
Yes, it's coming. Let's just quickly finish this. Anyway, guys, I'm starting to eat again. My appetite's back. Today is my second cycle of chemo, so I just want to enjoy a little bit of life before I may feel nauseous again for the next 48 hours, because we don't know how it's going to affect me. Apart from that, everything's been good though. I've been relatively happy. I am conscious about my weight loss. I can tell in my face that, and I feel a bit thinner. I don't know if you guys can see it, sorry, but that's something that I'm very, very conscious about. But Sam says that I look good, right?
Always.
Alhamdulillah. Qul mashallah.
MashaAllah.
Allahumma barik. Allah yazidak. No, you're supposed to say that to me. I want to say it to you, you joker. Anyway, the food's been challenging, but alhamdulillah, we're getting through. Just to update on my lymphedema real quick as well. I came here and I was at least about 82 point something kg. Let's say 82.5 kg, 82.6 kg. But a lot of that was lymph, right? So I know I've lost a little bit of weight, but because of the manual lymphatic drainage massages they've been giving me, the IVs and the tablets I've been taking, I have lost in fluid at least 5.5, nearly 6 kg. All right, guys.
That now.
I've lost about 5.5, nearly 6 kg. And can you imagine having to carry that away around on you, and that being removed or released through my urine in the space of 2 weeks, which has been great. And guys, I'm gonna have to stop this video now because they want. What are they saying, B? They want to give me the chemo, and obviously I'm going to take it, but I think I'm just slightly trying to delay it. They wanted to give it to me at 9 o'clock and it's about 11. You know what it is? I want to eat my lunch. I want to eat lunch before they give it to me, so I can have my last supper or my last lunch before it all goes bad. I shouldn't really say that. I should be positive, and I am positive. Inshallah ta'ala. But yeah, visions for the future, guys, and this is what I'm going to end on, inshallah ta'ala. I do like to visualize a lot, and I see myself making a full recovery. I see myself becoming a keynote speaker. I see myself, traveling. I don't know about the world, but traveling around the UK at least, encouraging people to deal with their challenges and their struggles by sharing my story and my authentic truth. Do you know what I'm saying, guys? And that's what I cling on to, and I can actually see that. It's not something that I can't see and I'm just like wishful thinking. I see myself. Hey, how are you? I'm coming now. You want to speak to me?
Yes.
Okay, can you give...
We have to do the thing.
Okay, I'll be there in 5 seconds.
Thank you.
5 seconds. I see myself traveling the world, being a keynote speaker and helping others, empowering others through my story. But guys, man, I got to check out now. They want to give me the chemo, and yeah, look forward to seeing you guys very soon. I love you all. Thank you so much for all your support, your time, and for making this possible, man. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
No, yes, my boxes.
Okay.
My boxes. Yeah, no, we watched it, but because she's recording, and we're gonna show people.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think it's because of where the needle is. It's really tender. It's really everything. Right, I need to eat after this, man.
I've been telling you.
Have you
I
been?
put it out and then I try to clean it with this one.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Because it's since yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, very, very noisy.
Stephen, from 8 o'clock.
Terrible sound.
From 8 o'clock in the morning.
No.
8 o'clock in the morning.
I'm sitting in the ground floor and
You can hear it.
for me it's okay, but here it's...
What are they doing?
They have to do it. Okay. look. It's open. It's good. It's better. It's better. It's painful?
No. Just tender.
Tender in the middle.
Okay. What's this one here?
This one's a smaller one. And then it's
Is that the same thing?
the same. It's the same. Yes.
So your hand is just tender.
Okay,
It's really tender.
It's physiological.
So what is it? What chemo is this today?
We have 3: mitomycin, 5FU, and irinodecan. And at first we do this one.
Is that the same as last time?
It's the same as last time. Yes.
Okay.
Are you getting at it?
Mhm.
Same as last time. How long does this take? About 2 hours to go in?
This no, it's 10 minutes and then we change it. It's closed. It's closed. Yes. It's closed.
You see when the chemo goes in,
Yes.
does it start working in my body straight away? Or does it take time to activate?
It takes time. Half an hour, 1 hour.
To kick in, right?
It depends on which kind of substance we use. Oh, that's terrible noise.
You know what? This here, this noise here,
Yeah.
it's not as bad as the morning. The morning was louder.
The morning?
Yeah. The morning was louder. It sounded like it was just literally by our heads.
Mm-hmm.
We good?
It's good.
No pain, no gain.
Next door.
I think it sounded like next door. Then they went upstairs. Then they went over there. And over there.
I think they have to do the pipes, the water pipes, and they have to.
They should do it at like 11, 12, when everyone's awake,
Yes.
not when everyone's sleeping. But that's my opinion, man.
Assalamu alaikum, guys. I hope you can hear me well. I'm in the process of getting my hypothermia done at the moment. I'm by myself and I've got 46 minutes and 10 seconds to go. So I thought, let me just update you with something that happened recently. When I say recently, I'm talking about in the past hour or so, 2 hours. So the last time you guys would have seen me on the video, on this vlog here, I was actually just getting the chemo administered, and this is my second cycle. And it's finished now, obviously, and it's probably been about, say, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. So I've had the chemo, I've had the anti-sickness, and so far I feel normal, alhamdulillah, and I'm praying that it stays that way. So one of the therapies that they offer here, guys, is a therapy called psychotherapy. I could even be saying it wrong. You know when somebody has to go for, we call it therapy in the UK. Oh, sorry, my bad. Let me scratch that. I think it's a psychiatrist came to see me. Or maybe I'm using the wrong words, psychiatrist. A therapist, that's what I'm going to say. A therapist, one of the therapies that they offer is therapy for, your mental health, and if you want to speak about anything that's in your mind and stuff of this nature. So I tried to assume the position or the stance of just being open to everything right now in terms of what could potentially heal me. I'm not ruling anything out.
So I said, you know what, I'm going to do all of the therapies they offer, whether it's making clay, whether it's the massages that they offer, whether it's therapy, because I believe an open mind can only grow. But if I say, nah, you know what, clay therapy ain't going to help me, then I'm having a limited mindset. Even if I'm not really feeling it, that's a different story. I don't know. Just because I'm not feeling something doesn't mean it can't help me or benefit me. And ordinarily, I would be like, what could a therapist really say to me to help me? And again, it's in a way, it's a limiting belief, in my opinion. So I said to them when they offered me this therapy, I said, yeah, cool, I'll do it. And to be honest with you, I forgot about it, and then I remembered it, and then today I forgot about it again, until I had a knock on the door. So I had a knock on the door, and I was getting, I think the chemo was being administered at that time. So Sam said, would you like me to leave the room? And I'm like, no, why? Chill. It's not as if I'm gonna start, saying things that you don't necessarily know or I don't want you to hear. So the lady came, and bearing in mind, guys, you have to bear in mind, I've never done this before. I don't know what to expect, but I'm just open for anything. So she came and she sat down, and I was in like a cheery mood. So I said something like, oh, hi, how you doing? Feel free to sit down. And I kind of just like ushered or pointed towards a chair in the room. So she sat down, and she goes, hi, I'm here for the therapy, blah, blah, blah. If there's anything you want to talk about. And I was like, okay. I said, I'm coming from the angle of receiving. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm thinking, in my head, I'm thinking, where is this gonna go? So she goes, so is there anything you want to talk about? So I'm like, I mean, not really. I can't think of anything that I would like to just say to you. So I'm looking at Sam, because Sam's done therapy in the past when I was initially going through my cancer, maybe like just under a year in, or maybe a year in and some change in. She did some therapy, and she found it really useful, because you have to remember, guys, she had a lot on. She was thinking about she was holding in a lot, she was holding in a lot. And I'll let if she's ready to tell you her story and what she was going through. I don't think it's right for me to tell you her story, but I can say she had a lot on, and therapy was offered to her, and she took it, and it helped. I suppose it's easier for her to speak to a stranger in some aspects and unload what is on her mind in a safe place, without fear of judgment, without fear of emotionally burdening the other person. Because imagine her unloading all of her fears on me whilst I'm going through the thick of the cancer. She didn't even really cry. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really see her cry too many times. And that's not to say that her heart's black. It's just that she wanted to be strong for me. And I think that's really sweet. So the therapy helped her, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So I thought, you know what, let me try. Because obviously I've got a lot of things on my chest, and a lot of things that I'm worried and concerned about, that a lot I've shared with her, a lot I've shared with you guys, the world, and a lot I just keep to my chest, especially like day-to-day things that might just go through my mind, and it might just send me into a whirlwind of thoughts, crazy thoughts, and then I might display those thoughts in me being quiet. Anyway, so the lady came in and she said what she said, and I'm like, I don't really know, like, aren't you supposed to be asking me questions? Or I don't know how this works. So I turned to Sam, and I was like, Sam, like, what am I saying? I don't know what to say. And she was like, she said something like, what do you fear the most? What are you most concerned about? And I was like, I mean, a lot of things. And I kid you not, guys, right? I was actually like normal. As you see me now, I wasn't remotely emotional. And then, as soon as she asked me that question, and I allowed myself to really think about and allow my emotions to come to the surface, something came over me, man, that like I had such, as they say, like an apple in my throat. Like it was so prominent that it started to hurt. I couldn't speak. And I've experienced that before in my life, but it just caught me off guard at that precise moment. And I started to unleash and express everything that I'm concerned about and worried about, to the point that the therapist teared up, and she actually, eventually, she left the room so abruptly. It was like strange. And I said to her, like during me expressing myself, I said, Miss, I don't feel it's fair for me to unload everything onto you, for you to leave this meeting and you're gonna feel sad, because nothing I say right now, right, is gonna make you feel good. And then she goes, but it's okay to do it. And I was like, okay, I feel that, I can dig that. I know that's your job, but you have to be a special type of a person to hear what I'm about to say and not be affected. And she goes, but it's okay. It's okay to do that. So I said, all right, cool. If you guys are like, if you guys don't feel like you're like emotionally ready for what I'm about to say, it might be a good idea to just close this video down, because I'm gonna try to remember everything I said, but it's not nice, guys. And I don't even know how I feel after releasing it to the therapist. Sam said I'm gonna feel better soon. Maybe by tomorrow I might feel a little bit lighter, but needless to say, this is what I said. I first remember mentioning that, you see, like now I'm alive, walhamdulillah, all praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm alive now. So if my family, I'm speaking about my immediate family, so my definition of my immediate family is like my wife and my kids, right? I suppose my parents and siblings are included, but I'm just speaking specifically about my wife and my kids. If my wife and my kids had a financial need, a physical need, a spiritual need, an emotional need, any type of issue, right? In some capacity, I'll be able to alleviate, be it by Allah's permission, of course, but as a father or as a husband, I'll be able to, say, don't worry about that, I'll sort you out here, or don't worry about that, this is how we're gonna get through this together. But one of my concerns is that, and again, I'm only speaking about this because the question was posed to me. I don't just go willingly thinking about this and talking about stuff like this on a daily basis. In fact, today was the first time I've ever spoken about some of these things, and right now is the second time. So I'm able to alleviate those concerns or those obstacles in the lives of my immediate family. But one of the things I do think about is in the case of me making that inevitable journey to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and leaving this earth, I will no longer be in a position to support my immediate family like that, and that makes me really sad, and sometimes emotionally I deal with that in a very, very difficult way. Just imagining, just the thought of a financial need, an emotional need, spiritual need that any of my loved ones may have, and I'm not able to alleviate that. Now, I have no doubt that my extended family have the ability to alleviate some of those concerns, especially things like finances and stuff of this nature, even down to close friends. And that's all well and good. It's all gravy. But I'm not able to do that. And that's something that I struggle with. And it's something personal. It's not right, it's not wrong, it's just what it is, and it's just how I feel. Another thing that I feel, I'm really conflicted with is that, and again, this is in the context of me not surviving. Inshallah ta'ala, I'm gonna survive. Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And I'm gonna live a long life, healthy life, to tell my tale and to inspire many, many people around the world. But in the event that doesn't, in the event that doesn't happen, then I have these fears. I have these emotions still just lingering in the air. And one of those emotions are that I may not have the opportunity to teach my son how to be a man, or to teach my daughter how to be, and my son for that matter, or my sons how to be men, or my children how to be upright citizens and how to live a life that I think is going to be prosperous and beneficial and righteous for them. How to, teach them to avoid some of the tricks of the shaitan and the challenges that life will throw at them. How to navigate through a problem. How to choose good friends. How to avoid bad friends. And you may say, well, yeah, you can teach them that now, and I can, and I do. Anybody that knows me knows how I try to cultivate my children, and by extension even the children at the LMA Academy that my wife and I run. I do that all the time through my teachings. But there's only so much you can teach an 8-year-old child. There's only so much an 8-year-old child has been exposed to. There's only so much that a 13-year-old child is ready for to be taught and to absorb right now. And in the event that my time's cut short, it just, it breaks me inside that there are going to be things that my children are going to experience when they hit their teens or their late teens or their early adulthood, that I want to be able to help them navigate through this opportunity that we've got that we call life, and that's really, really challenging for me. It's something that I think about all the time, more often than I would maybe like to, because it messes with my head. You know what I'm saying? It messes with my head a lot. And again, it brings on, I'm not going to say negative emotions, I'm going to say that it brings on emotions. Right? Because negative, what is a bad emotion? It's relative. It's how you interpret that emotion. And Allah knows best. Another thing I remember saying to her is that I'm really tired. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of getting pricked with a needle. I get pricked with a needle at least once a day, but sometimes twice a day. I'm tired of being separated from my kids. I'm tired of even thinking. Subhanallah. I'm sorry guys, man, I didn't think I was going to get emotional, but I'm tired of thinking, how is this experience that I'm going through, fighting cancer, things that you guys know about, things that you don't know about, how is it going to affect my children? How is it going to affect them? Whether I survive or not, it's still this is still a part of their life right now. Nobody can deny it. Me being away from the kids are going to remember this. Oh, I remember when Daddy had to go to Germany for 4 weeks. It's affecting it. They're probably thinking things maybe that they're not expressing to me. I'm tired of thinking that if I do pass, and again, I'm nobody special in a sense that it happens to everybody. I'm not unique in that regard, so I'm not trying to look for any sympathy in that regard, like, oh, Ismail's just special. and only he is going through this, only his children are going through this. And it's not even about that, guys. I'm just expressing how I feel and what happened with the therapist. I said to her that I'm really tired of, just thinking, is this going to scar my children, and is it going to affect them mentally? Because mental health is something that's really serious, guys, and maybe we don't pay enough attention to it. And maybe some of us are broken, and some of us are damaged because of the experiences that we went through as kids, and we had nobody took the time out to think about the psychological ramifications of, things that we were exposed to as children, and me thinking about that again, it might not even happen, but I can't stop thinking. It's not nothing. I don't have a switch that I say, okay, think about it now. Don't think about it now. It happens. It occupies my brain, and I get tired. I'm not saying, and it shouldn't be understood that I'm ungrateful. I just get tired. I just get really tired, and she mentioned one of the solutions is, maybe I could record videos for my kids. I say, well, to be honest with you, me going through cancer is what brought me back to writing poetry. I said, I do write a lot of poetry for my children. And I said, but none of it's good. When I say good, none of it's positive, because I don't feel positive in the sense of my emotions. I try to be positive. And there's a difference. I try to be positive. I try to smile. I try to, be a leader in my household, and I try to be somebody that's, upright in the community, and that's a beacon of hope for the community. And I try to be these things. But I can't help how I feel. So if I feel sad, or if I feel down, or if I feel anxious, or if I'm worried about death, or I would write a poem about it. It will come out. It's not nothing that I try to think, okay, let me say this is going to sound wicked, and this is going to sound good if I rhyme this word with that. This is just how I feel. I write about how I feel. If I never went through what I'm going through, I don't think I would have been able to be in a creative space to emotionally dig deep and express my emotions the way I express my emotions, right? So it's all part and parcel of the journey. And she said, that's good that you write these poems. I said, yeah, but it's just, they're sad. They're really, really sad poems. And she said, maybe do videos. And I was like, that's good, that's a good idea. But for me to sit in front of a camera and do a video, almost like I'm planning to die, in my mind, I'm planning to die. So it's almost as if I'm going to be doing some farewell videos. And I don't want to think that it's farewell. I don't want to think like it's goodbye. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to think. So it's difficult for me to get to that stage. I've been trying to write a book for ages, guys, but it's like every time I put the pen, like I can write a poem like this. I wrote a poem today, and I think it's probably one of my best ones that I've written. It comes really deep from my heart, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate, because what I say in the poem, a lot of us will say, yep, 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 yep. But, what was I saying? A lot of the poems that I say are just sad. And she was like, okay, sorry, the videos. I say, if I start doing almost like a video, I feel like I've given up. I feel like I'm saying, all right, I've lost now, and I'm just preparing. When I go to write a book, I just can't seem, I don't know where to start, because it's almost as if I'm saying goodbye. And I don't want to say goodbye to anybody. So she was like, no, maybe you can do, it's something that you can just plan to do every year. And I was like, all right, cool, that makes sense. It's not a farewell thing, it's just a practice that I'm bringing into my life. And I was trying not to look at the therapist. Her name was Chris. But when I did look at her, because I was getting emotional, that's why I wasn't looking at her. I felt a bit embarrassed that I started crying so quickly, and it just came out of nowhere. There were long pauses of silence where I just couldn't get my words out. I had to take deep breaths. I started crying. And I said, you know what, I'm just going to let my emotions come out. I'm not going to hold back, because I don't want her to think that, oh, why is he crying? I'm going to ignore any judgment. Not saying that she was, but again, these are just thoughts that come to my mind. And obviously I was conscious that Sam was right there, so I'm bringing these emotions out, which might make her sad, which I didn't feel cool about at all. I didn't feel nice about that. But I saw her tearing up. I saw the therapist tearing up. Occasionally she'll look at me. Occasionally when I'm looking at her, she'll look at Sam. Then she'll look at me and tear up, and she might offer some advice. And I said to her, like, as we was wrapping it up, she was like, would you like me to come next week? I was like, yeah, sure, you can come next week. I mean, I don't know if there's like a sequel. Is there like the next phase in this thing that you're going to speak about? And I don't know how it works, but yeah, we can do this. I said, but because we finished quarantine today, inshallah, hopefully we haven't contracted COVID, we'll be allowed out tomorrow. She goes, but next week you're going to have to come downstairs. So I said, can I bring Sam with me? She goes, yeah, of course you can bring her with you. And I was like, all right, thank you. And then she said, you know, it's really nice and as she was saying it, she started tearing up again. She said, it's really nice to see how close you two are at a time like this. You know, how strong you guys are together. And I said to her, thank you very much, and I agree, it's true. It is nice, but at the same time, it's very difficult. And she was like, what do you mean? I said, well, you know, sometimes I feel like, I said, I don't regret marrying my wife, and I do not regret having children. But sometimes I get a thought in my mind, right? And that thought says to me, and it could be waswas, or it could be just hadith al-nafs, just my own self talking to me, my own negative thoughts. Because not everything is waswas from the shaitan. Sorry guys, my hands are aching me. I said to her, sometimes I say to myself, if I never allowed myself to get close to anybody, then leaving people wouldn't hurt so much. And this is one of the reasons why this journey hurts so much for me, because I love my family so much that the pain and the thought of leaving them hurts. And if I didn't know anybody, I never ever met anyone, then I'll just leave, you know? And I know it's a bad thought. I recognize it's a bad thought. But it crosses my mind from time to time. So I say it's nice that we're close because it helps me get through this. Sam's left her 5 children, including her 1-year-old son, who's still suckling, right? To be with me. She didn't have to do that. She didn't have to do that. She could have said to me, and she would have been justified in saying, babes, I love you, I want to go with you, but the kids need me. But she didn't. So I could have been going through a completely different experience now. But I'm not. So it's nice in that regard. It's lovely in that regard. But at the same time, it makes it even harder if one of us has to go before the other. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us both a righteous, healthy, long life. I really pray that. And when I said that, guys, as quick as the therapy session started, she abruptly ended it and said, with tears in her eyes, I said, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. And then I felt bad. I felt really bad. I'm like, and I didn't even unload it. I didn't like unload. I felt like a truck full of dirt. You know, like one of those, a skip. A truck that's got a skip on, full of dirt. And then I just went onto somebody's front porch and I just unloaded all of the dirt on the porch. Well, not all of it, some of it. You know, and that was that, guys. Tough. very, very tough. It was very, very new to me. I was vulnerable. And I don't know if I like being like that. I'm talking about to the point where I can't speak. I'm being vulnerable now, but alhamdulillah, I'm keeping it together. But that type of vulnerability, it was difficult. It was difficult. But I did say to that, I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be alive, you know, because that's the gift. The gift is life. The gift is life. And anything that you're able to do in life is a blessing. You know, it's an additional blessing. So if the blessing of being able to be mobile, move around, walk, run, gets taken away, it shouldn't, obviously it's going to affect you, but it shouldn't destroy the core of your happiness and your gratitude for life, because the gift is life. The gift is life. And ikhwani wa akhwati fillah, you know, dear respected listeners, that took me a while to come to that realization that the gift is life. Because I used to feel, right, this was like a couple months back, I used to, like, especially when the prospect of chemo and the NHS was an option for me. Well, it was always an option, but it was going to be like a reality for me. I'm always like, you know what, I don't want to take chemo, because if my hair drops out and I start shriveling up and I can't do anything and my skin gets like this and all of these other symptoms start happening to me, then what good is it if I'm alive? What good am I going to be to anybody? I'm just going to be miserable and moaning and moping around the house, and I'm going to be a burden. So maybe it's better if, you know, I relieve everybody of this burden, and it'd be better for me to die. It'd be better for me to not exist. And then I realized that no, that's not the right way to think. In my opinion, that's not the right way to think. The correct way to think is that I'm alive, and that's the gift. That's the gift. That's what's precious. So I may not be able to run anymore, but I'm alive, and I can still be here as a physical being and a presence to my loved ones. And I might not be able to run, but I can talk. Do you know what I'm saying? I may not be able to, you know, be as athletic as I was, or as strong as I was, or even I might look a bit physically different, but I'm alive, and that's the gift. And as long as I'm still breathing, as long as I've still got my soul in my body, then a lot of good can be done. You know what I'm saying, guys? There's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. So, thank you Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for sparing my life so much. And I made an oath with I was talking to my friend Abdul Hakim, who I studied with in the Islamic University of Medina. I was talking to him like 2 days ago. And I made an oath, right, to Allah in front of him that, you know, if you cure me, then I'm going to continue to help people. I mean, I'm still going to help people regardless, but I'm going to kind of make it more of like my life's mission. And maybe maybe this is part and parcel of the test. And Allah, you know, I said something to the lady here. I said something along the lines of me and my wife and leaving her, and, you know, being close is good, but then it's got its negatives, or it's got its challenging aspects. And then she goes, but maybe it's for you guys to grow together. And I thought that was so beautiful, because no matter what happens, good, bad, or ugly, we both have grown. You can't go through something like this and stay strong and not grow. It's impossible. You have to grow. You know what they say, what don't kill you makes you stronger. And that's exactly how I feel. But guys, man, let me end this on a positive note. I love you all. I'm grateful to you all. And I'm going to leave you with a poem that I think you guys will enjoy. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. And inshallah ta'ala, I'll see you guys in the vlog next week. Assalamu alaikum. Take care. Bye-bye.
Memories burn. I spent nights all alone on the phone, but my life is my biggest concern. I'm still yearning to learn. I'm still learning to love all the burns and scars. My memories blurred, but I guess it's my turn to journey into the unknown, cause one day we all shall return. Heart tougher than stone, and still the agony's calling me home. I screamed, I hollered, I moaned, I begged for my mum. I'm desperately missing my son. I hope I'm still here when he's one. I hope I still see him, cause I have visions of living and giving him anything under the sun. And I've been on the run, I'm tired, I'm scared. I don't feel prepared, mentally, I'm done. Now stretch out your hand, cause you can't let go of the vision, and she'll never let go of her man. But she understands that everything living must die, and laughs are followed by cries. It wouldn't be wise to share all the depths of the pain. Since then, I ain't been the same. But I have a voice. I have a voice, and I choose to remember the good and rejoice, cause this script was never my choice. Still, I'm catching my breath. I don't mean to trouble or bore you with poems and visions of death, but life is a test. I'm coming, I'm going. I'm sick of not knowing. I'm craving success to live with the best. To live with the best in a place full of grace amongst those who are chased. I'm losing this race. When I'm begging your pardon, hearts are hardened. I'm charging, I'm losing all sense of self. Please pray for my health. Please pray for my health. That's all I ask. Please pray for me.